truth? Are you tired of being so confused? You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news? Well, just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree, stop offering me. 'Cause I'm everything you want, damn sure what you need. I won't tell no lies, back up all the facts with truth. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's new.
What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Weaver. I am on the Don't Unfriend Me show, otherwise known as The Dumb Show, with host Matt Spear. You guys can find the show at The Dumb Show on social media or thedumbshow.com.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Please do me a favor, if you would be so kind, and share the living hell out of this on Rumble and every other channel, if you would be so kind. Olivia, welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show, baby. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm here. How is everyone? It's midweek.
It is midweek. Do me a favor. Just talk. You're right in your chin again. Your mic needs to come up and go right into here. It's under your chin. No, it's you. I'm watching the way you're positioning yourself. No, it's you. It's the same. My mic hasn't moved. Yours is perfectly fine. There you go. Talk.
Testing, testing.
Nope. So, honey, watch me.
Yes.
Take this. Go like this. Pick it up straight in the air. And literally have it right here.
You're going to have to do it. I can't do the twist. I'm sorry.
Give it to me. Give it a try.
Testing, testing.
No, turn it to you. Right. No, don't pull it down. I just put it where it's supposed to be and you pulled it down.
Here, flip it to so I can see to the big channel.
No, what you need to do is you just need to talk like that. No whispering, okay?
Okay.
There's no crying in baseball. Wasn't that the one where Tom Hanks does that? Was that pretty good? Did I do it okay?
That was great.
I thought I did it okay. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. My beautiful, 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 beautiful wife. She doesn't want the camera to block her beautiful face, but that's why we have it coming in at an angle so we can see you and see how beautiful you are. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me. Slobber on it, Olivia. Glenn, careful, dude. Seriously, there's some things that you just can't say. I know what he meant.
We know where your brain is tonight.
He said slobber. Where else is it going to go? I mean, there's only one thing you think about when you mention that word. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. So, Liv, we saw a commercial or something. Square up. You're a couple inches off. Square up. Square up. There you go. Drive me crazy. So we talked about something. We saw something. A little something. It looked like this. Watch. Where does he get all those wonderful toys? What does that mean? By the way, everyone loves your hair tonight, which I tell you to do it like that all the time, and it looks fantastic. You look like a snow bunny. Like, it looks like we should go up to Vale and start sledding. What?
Slobbing?
Sledding.
Where did slobbing come from?
Because somebody like Glenn said slobber on it, Olivia, on the mic.
Gotcha.
I was trying to make a pun. I was being punny. Anyway, go ahead. Jeez, such a tough. Anyway, go ahead. You were going to say something.
I was?
You were going to talk about what we just. Come on, Liv.
Sorry, you changed the subject to veil and my hair,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
you could just. Will you go?
yes.
All right, hurry up. Tell everybody. What are you?
Our coffee.
What is that, Liv?
It's our coffee.
They can't see it because you're shining the light into it. You got to turn it at an angle away from the light. There you go. Kind of. That's.
It's not gonna work.
I meant down or up. There you go. Beautiful.
There. Does that work better?
It's good enough. Just tell.
Right. Our coffee is back.
Our coffee is back. What does that mean?
That it is the same company,
Yeah.
just the owner sold it to a good friend. Still
Yes.
run by owned and operated by a veteran.
Yeah, and probably better than Matt Hawley at this point, because this guy has a pizza shop and a winery, and he sounds a lot more professional than Matt Hawley.
And so we've already had a couple of orders, and I think they've already been sent out.
They were sent out yesterday. 24-hour turnaround time.
Yep.
He roasted on demand, just like Matt does. So, folks, it's available, and it's $1 less than it's always been. It's not $16.99. I brought it down to $15.99 because shipping is shipping. Shipping sucks. But you can still get an amazing bag of coffee for $20-some-odd. And I'm telling you, this stuff lasts. It's high quality. It's not the stuff you buy in the grocery store. It's not that dried out stuff. This stuff is amazing. It's not freeze dried. All the oils are rich and robust. It is amazing, full coffee. It's wonderful to press. Go over to thedumbshow.com/coffee. Real simple. Where's it at, Liv?
Thedumbshow.com/coffee.
Dumbshow.com/coffee. Go pick up some coffee. All right, we got a busy show tonight. I also want to tell you that we might have some breaking news in here, and this is why we were late. I want to apologize. Liv and I are going to run a little late. We're going to go into overtime tonight. But there are some rumblings of some things that could be taking place in a very short period of time. So we're going to just do some hypothetical stuff, but we've got the news going on because we've been told to keep our ears on around 7 o'clock for a possible fireworks show, if you know what I mean. We know we got word that U.S. embassies and military bases are on, essentially, it's not a stand-down order, but it's a skeleton crew. Like, all vulnerable positions, all outside non-reinforced positions on the bases, people would be secure because there was an expected Iranian strike, a retaliatory strike on U.S. bases. That was the scuttlebutt that was coming through. Now I'm getting some information in regards to U.S. possible strikes on depot and other high priority targets in the area. We know an aircraft carrier moved into the Gulf this morning, and this is an unimpeachable source. But once again, watch, not 100%, not confidence is moderate. And I have not been able to reconfirm. I've got 2 confirmations of it, but I don't know. So we're going to watch, and we're going to stay in attention. And we've got a breaking news screen that we will go to if we hear that the U.S. is doing some things. Right now, probability to me is this is pretty. I wouldn't anticipate, you guys, I'm being very careful, but I wouldn't anticipate F-35s. I wouldn't anticipate F-22s. I would anticipate Tomahawks and guided missile cruisers, putting in nape of the earth style, intermediary Tomahawk style missiles. I can't imagine much Hellfire or anything like that, or drones. This would probably be a ranged attack hitting stationary targets. And that's what I would anticipate. But I don't know. This could be all bullshit, but I wouldn't come to you unless it was from a good source, right?
Yep.
And also you wouldn't be knowing about this at all, none of you, and we wouldn't be talking about this if I thought there was going to be a U.S. intervention from soldiers or airmen putting anyone at risk or sailors at risk, which I don't believe in any way, shape, or form that this information would. So just let's watch and see what happens. Some people are saying this is the first time they've watched the show. Good. It's good to have you here. It's wonderful to have you here. We do a lot of different stuff on here. You're like, who the hell's this guy? How does he know anything? Come on, dude. Like, you've got the pulse. You got the inside scoop. I can't stand people like that. It drives me crazy when they're like, dude, I got a phone call and let me tell you what's going to happen. But I do run around in circles and worked for naval intelligence for the United States Navy and have a co-host on the show, not my wife, but a co-host who also continues to work in that field. And we've got, I don't know, almost 40 years of experience in intelligence. So we kind of know what we're talking about, and we stand on our track record. So let's just stay tuned and we'll listen and see what happens. And if something breaks, then it breaks. You go, oh my God, Matt was right. And so is that person who talked to Matt. But this just seems to me that this is a what if situation, that if Iran was going to move forward with the public execution today, which I was told that they did not by Donald Trump just a couple hours ago, that would stay his hand from any retaliatory strikes, but also that Iran was considering some preemptive strikes on U.S. bases in Bahrain and other places. And if that was going to take place, that most assuredly the U.S. was going to preemptively strike these spots before they could. And here's the great thing. They already know where they're all at because they used them to strike Israel just, less than a year ago. So this 6-7 months ago, right before they did Midnight Hammer against the fusion sites for nuclear fusion. So anyway, there you go. Merry Christmas. All right, let's get to it. We got a busy show tonight. Anything else we need to talk about before we get going, hon?
No.
Jackets are getting stitched as we speak. Mm-hmm. So
I got all the information for the two winners for first try.
One was Maureen Flood
and Jeffrey Oliphant.
I got
info from both of them, and I forwarded it to you. But we have been asked a few times to do it twice a month. So we are going to do it this Friday.
Yeah.
So we may wait to send everything out until next Monday. That way it's just one big happy family.
Yeah. So we're going to do another drawing Friday because everybody said let's do it twice a month because it was huge, and great. We're going to do it twice a month. Donald says, how did you find out about it? Please. Like, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Like, you're going to get that from me? No. I'll never burn a source. The same way that we knew that Dan Bongino, and the same way that we knew Kash Patel was in Utah right after Charlie Kirk got shot, the same way we knew about the Baltimore Bridge bombing, the same way we knew about overall Ukraine being to independently be able to hold Russia for an indefinite period of time, like I told you, the same way we've understood every geopolitical situation, the same way we told you that Trump was going to win, the same way we were 98% right on the elections for the last 5 years, the same way we do all the things we do. We're good at what we do. We listen and we build relationships, and we have very, very strong, logical, not predictions, but just logical conclusions, and we play it out to its end, and we come up with good stuff. That's how. All right, so $300 is on the table for donations. Want to get those in early tonight. First topic is
CJ got her donation shirt today.
Oh, did she? CJ, how did it look?
She loves it.
CJ, did you take a picture?
I told her. I told everyone that won. I told everyone that won that they need to send a picture with them either wearing their winnings or holding their winnings up.
Holy. Come on, CJ. You got to tell us. We got to see the photo. We got to get the deets. We want to see it. Get the info to us. All right. So jackets were on hold because they had to approve all the designs, but those have been approved. Now they're spinning them right now. And it's like a 36,000 thread count. I talked to the guy today, and he told me, he's like, each jacket takes about 3 hours to stitch. Yeah, it's a lot of stitches. He's like, dude, there's a reason why it's $22 extra a jacket, is because it takes a lot of time. All right, so let's get going. We've got some stuff to do. Nice to see so many people in Rumble. Please get out and shared.
You know what you've been asking? I did the pop-out chat, so I can't see any info on YouTube or Rumble at the moment.
It's fine because we got it all right here.
Okay.
See, you can see the total people on.
Cool.
And then I got pop-out chat too. Isn't it nice?
Yeah, kind of. Well, the reason I did it is something happened on YouTube yesterday where I don't know, but I can't. It's like I can't blow up the chat because I'm freaking blind, but I don't know. Something did something. I don't know.
How's the pop-out chat? How's the pop-out chat?
It's great.
Good. Okay, I've been telling you to do it for a long time. Oh, Suzanne McGoran got her donor shirt too. Folks, we're just going to keep talking about the fans. I mean, because this is just fun. We know what's going. I mean, you're going to get a full show, but this is what we do here. It's awesome. Is it? Can somebody take a freaking picture? I want to see what. We don't
even have ours yet.
No, I want to see what it looks like printed. Like yes. I did the design, but I want to see it in real life, and we haven't gotten ours yet. So help us out.
And Don Thompson ordered some coffee.
What did he get? He got the 4547, didn't he?
Did.
It's 4547's good, dude. Moab is the shiznit. So when you get your first bag, drink that, then go and drink the Moab because the Moab is the bomb, which it's called the mother of all brews. So, of course. Okay, here we go. After a donation. God.
You act so annoyed. A donation.
No, I'm not annoyed. I'm annoyed that I was trying to go. Angela Hills, happy Wednesday, dummies. Thanks for another great show. Hump Day. I'm not annoyed by the donations. I'm annoyed that I'm trying to get it going and I can't seem to get it going today. We're 19:27. We're 27 minutes in. We haven't talked about any news. All right, now we're going to go. Island Omar. She's on the hunt, isn't she?
Yeah.
She kind of she got into some people's craw. I thought I had that other video. Yeah, I do. You don't want to know the title of this video. Island Omar is a retard brother. Omar, here she is. Listen to this. She decided to come out. She had to talk about Renee Good. A whole bunch of information came out about this. Here it is.
Thank you all for being here as the...
I just, in the quiet space, want to hear her go, oh, la, 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 la.
The Deputy Chair of the Progressive Caucus. I am grateful to have our members united to ensure the Department of...
Somebody just said, I think you need to make a shirt of you and Olivia on it. I wonder if we already have one.
Homeland Security faces accountability. Last week, the nation watched an ICE agent shoot a Minnesota resident in broad daylight.
Shoot.
Not once, not twice,
but three times a lady, and I know it's you.
I am beyond heartbroken and outraged that the Trump administration's actions led to Renee Nicole Good's murder. Her final words before being shot were calm and non-threatening. She said, "That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you." Those are the words of someone attempting to de-escalate, not someone posing a lethal threat. After the shots were fired, the agent...
I was going to put Renee Good... Hold on, I was going to put Renee Good in my shirt.
Deputy Chair of the Progressive Caucus. I am grateful to have our members united to ensure before being shot were calm and non-threatening. She said...
Hey, look, it's a Dumb Show shirt with Olivia, Leroy, Amy on it. It's right there for you. It's available at thedumbshow.com. There it is. Okay, let's listen to the rest of this, what this bimbo has to say.
"That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you." Those are the words of someone attempting to de-escalate.
Hey, Renee, thanks. Renee says, everything I have bought from the Dumb Show is top-notch. The clothes, wash, wear, well for years. The jacket sounds awesome. Thank you, Renee. We love you.
Posing a lethal threat. After the shots were fired, the agent is heard saying, "Fucking bitch."
Potty
this
mouth.
Did not happen in isolation.
That's a little much.
She's going to hell for that now.
This was not an accident.
She doesn't believe in hell.
And it was certainly not inevitable. This killing is the direct consequence of deliberate choices made by Donald Trump and his administration.
Come on.
Over the last few months, the president has repeatedly inflamed tensions, espoused hateful rhetoric, and intensified attacks on Minnesotans, especially the Somali community. ICE's increasingly violent actions have terrorized our state and culminated in this needless loss of life.
Right, Riley?
This is what happens when you give people with guns impunity. Dangerous things take place. To be clear,
Riley.
Demanding accountability is not radical. Calling for systematic reforms are not extreme. This
Amen,
is the
Deborah.
bare minimum required to restore safety and justice back to our communities. The American people deserve answers and accountability. They deserve to live without fear of federal agents acting as judge, jury, and executioner in our streets. And so today, I am glad to announce that the Congressional Progressive Caucus has adopted an official position to hold ICE accountable. Our caucus members will oppose all funding for immigration enforcement in any appropriation bills until meaningful reforms are enacted to end militarized policing practices. We cannot and we should not continue to fund agencies that operate with impunity, that escalate violence, and that undermine the very freedoms this country claims to uphold. ICE has no place in terrorizing Minneapolis or any American community. Together, we will stand united to ensure we put a check on the pattern of violence and lawlessness from this administration. Next, I want to introduce our whip, Congressman Chuy Garcia.
Does she not look like the Oompa Loompa from Willy Wonka
Yes,
and the Chocolate Factory?
She does.
So, Island Omar, Ilhan, whatever her face is, also had some lines of questioning. We're going to talk about the ICE shooter. First of all, I want to thank all the people on. We have a ton of people. It's amazing. Last night was kind of slow. Liv comes on with her sexy ass hair, and then everybody's like, "Oh, I want to watch this show."
I told you I'm the face of the show.
Hot MILF conservative.
Duh.
I want to watch it. Okay, easy trigger. Island Ilhan, whatever her face, Ali Akbar, decided to go ahead and
Ali Akbar
decided to go ahead and dodge questions from a reporter and just talk over, because accountability for the representatives, they're much too important for that here.
Congresswoman, Republicans have repeatedly stated that you committed immigration fraud. Are you at all worried about a formal investigation that could perhaps lead to your deportation?
Well, you're one of those people.
I don't know what that means, but are you at all concerned?
One of those people? What is that supposed to mean? I mean, does that sound a little racist?
Yeah.
What does she mean? What does she mean by that, Liv?
I don't know, but I think I have an idea.
I mean, like, can we explore that?
I'm going to assume she means the evil conservatives.
Oh, really? It's not white people or black people?
Probably has something to do with... Honestly, if that was a black reporter, I don't think she would have said that.
Right.
So, probably.
Okay.
Do I look concerned?
I guess not.
Okay.
All right. What about the Minnesota fraud hearing? You didn't show up for that. Do you think you should have?
Why should I have?
Well, it happened in your state. Don't you want to defend your position?
There were people from my state that were there.
Okay, but why not you? I mean, there's allegations that you're complicit in the fraud. Wouldn't you want to show up?
Why would there be an allegation that I'm complicit? How would I be complicit?
Well, what about Tim
Do
Walz?
you just ask stupid questions? Is this your thing?
No. That's something you could have defended at the hearing, right? So she's asking you why you didn't go to the hearing so you could address the accusations, and then you said, what accusations? And the reporter should have replied, that's exactly my point. Don't you think you should go try to find out what those accusations are, since it's happening in your state, in your district, and you are directly accused?
I'm curious to get your thoughts. I mean, there's a lot of controversy around the issue. $9 billion in fraud in the state of Minnesota.
$9 billion?
You don't think so?
Really?
Yeah, and counting. Probably more, honestly. You think that's fake news or what?
That is more than half of the resources that are allocated.
Okay.
So you genuinely, your brain has told you that it is possible for half of the resources.
I'm just going off of what
for our public service to half disappear is what you're...
Well, I don't know. Let's go ahead and take the national defense budget of $22 trillion over the last 25 years, and $9 trillion is unaccounted for. Is that those are in the trillions? We're talking the billions here. Is it that completely unbelievable that there could be half of the money that's given to you by the federal government be involved in some sort of fraud? I mean, can we take a look at the COVID monies that were given? We had trillions of dollars that were actually handed out to Americans, and we found out that there was something like $675 billion worth of fraud. It sounds like pretty much half of whatever the government does is related to fraud. So I'm not sure what you're talking about, brother fucker. I mean, Miss Eileen Omar.
Say countless Minnesota state representatives, whistleblowers have come forward.
Listen to yourself, though.
I'm
just think about that for a second.
Maybe if you showed up at the hearing, you would know that whistleblowers are being retaliated against for exposing the fraud. Why is that? Why are they being tracked and traced?
Think about what you're asking. Who is tracing whistleblowers?
Minnesota state officials, Tim Walz, anyone who dares to speak out against the government.
Tim Walz is doing something to whistleblowers?
Yeah, why is Tim Walz stepping down if he's, innocent? Why isn't he running for re-election?
Because he's had 8 years to serve as our great governor.
He was going to be vice president of the United States if Camel...
Wait a second. Honey, hold on a second now. Hold on. Who was running for re-election just less than, 20 days ago? Who was running for the governor of Minnesota? Do you remember who that could have possibly been?
I think it was Tim Walz.
I think Tim Walz is the answer. I think you're correct, honey.
Ding.
I think you are correct. And who else was it? Isn't the My Pillow guy also Mike Lindell? But isn't he gonna? That's gonna be a slaughter. Oh God, Mike Lindell. Anyway,
is he actually running?
Yeah. I think he's going to be the Republican nominee because there's a whole bunch of no names in there. And listen, Lindell has about as much chance of winning that as I don't know, as Tim Walz being the vice president on the 2028 ticket,
or Kamala being president.
Okay, let's not even say those words.
Yes, and he would have been an excellent vice president.
But now he's stepping down.
Better than the person we have right now.
And now he's stepping down as governor. Any comment on that? You don't think he's maybe complicit?
He is focusing on trying to make sure our state remains great. All right, have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.
Please read.
Okay, get ready with the buzzer because I'm going to say something.
Okay. Oh God, I'm going to try. Okay, I'll try to hit it. Go.
What a sarcastic F.
I think I missed them all. I think everyone heard what you said.
She is a big see you next Tuesday because I can't believe just how sarcastic she is. I would have slapped her in the face. Man, she is an awful human being.
Kind of makes you want to impose Sharia law in the United States so we can hit her, huh?
Man, just
too soon.
I know that. See, I don't even know. She's got me all flustered. Like, I didn't like her because of her politics, but man, she is an awful human being.
Oh yeah, she's a complete.
My God, she is horrible.
She's a capital bitch with a C.
Yeah, she is absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
9 billion?
She's always that way.
Just,
oh, she's trash. And that reporter was just amazing, walking in heels, keeping up with her. It was just fantastic. But she's a nasty cuss. I mean, she is just a horrible person.
Since she idolized Renee Goods so much, it would have been really nice
if she would go. Wait, is it rhetorical?
No.
Can I answer?
No.
Oh, go ahead. Then it would have been rhetorical, Liv.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It is if Ilhan Omar was driving that car, and it would have taken care of so many problems. Just my thought.
Balls wants to know, you would hit people over words? Yeah, if they're if they're Arabic.
Yeah, if you were standing in front of me, Balls,
sure.
I'd probably hit you too.
If that bitch was my wife, I would slap her and throw acid in her face. Abso-fucking-lutely, I would. That's why I said I wanted to impose Sharia law. What are you thinking, dude? I mean, do I have to spell it out for you? Come on.
I want a bitch slap her biscuit cutters. Oh, Loretta.
There he goes. Olivia is feisty. I love it. Oh, God, you're going to get my goat finally, man.
Oh, no.
Whoever could it be? I'm just going to ban you right now. You're going to hit people over words? I'll hit your boyfriend over words, Michael. Of course I would never hit a woman hard. Unless she asked. Right, Liv?
Well, it depends on the day and how feisty I'm being, right?
Moving on. Yeah, Little Mars has got some serious problems, but it didn't stop there. So now that
there's more.
But wait, there's more. Yeah, Dodie says they definitely got their cardio out. I was impressed. She wasn't sucking in. What do people expect from a woman that marries her brother to come into America? So incest is okay with Americans now? I am not, and I hope not. Yeah, well, listen, I think there's a fine line between marrying your brother to stay in the United States and do they copulate? I don't want to know. And Little Mars scares me. Like she is one of those that would strap a vest and take out a U.S. chopper. That's the type of person she is. She hates this country. She hates everything we're about. She has milked this country dry. She has taken advantage of it. She should be deported. She should be removed from office and get her the hell out of here.
Yep.
Horrible human being. Should abstain from hitting women, but sometimes there's a reason, right? I couldn't agree more. Listen, I don't think you should hit women at all. But slapping Ilhan Omar.
I'm a woman, which means I can hit her.
If that reporter just would have hauled off and just slapped her across the face, I would definitely give to her $1.5 million GoFundMe fundraiser. I bet she would have $20 million outside of 7 days. Every conservative would probably give her hundreds, if not thousands of dollars an hour because she slapped the living crap out of Ilhan Omar. So would I hit people over words? I think people deserve to be hit over words. Yes, I do. There was a time in this world when if you said the wrong thing in the wrong neighborhood to the wrong people, that you would get your ass beat. I still think that should be held true.
I agree.
Now, do I think that somebody who says something, in a public setting or what? No, you don't think you should go beat Ilhan Omar. But if Ilhan Omar said to me at the end of, you should read and study and research before you talk to me again, that's fine. But it's the crass and brazen lies. So, but this is what happens with these people who pee sitting down like Michael, is you believe that it's really offensive for someone to want to slap Ilhan Omar across the beak, but she can lie, she can steal, she can marry her brother, and she can promote from the river to the sea and promote Hamas and condemn Israel and Jews to die. But because I, in a jesting way, said that she should be slapped and we should impose Sharia law in the United States, so I could do so, and you took that, and that's what you chose to be offended with, definitely shows that it's your time of month. Take 2 Midol and call me in the morning. Here is Renee Good's father-in-law. This is interesting. Yeah, well, that's a whole nother conversation about that. Why Ilhan Omar left and why her family left is because they fled for prosecution because they were ample supporters, and her father worked in the Somalian army as a colonel, and they fled Somalia because of the atrocities that army and the dictator did. But once again, it sounds like a day that ends with Y in Obama's administration. Moving on. Here is on CNN Good's father, Renee Good's father-in-law, former father-in-law, right?
Yes, that's what I saw.
Which means they're divorced?
No, I think it was her ex-husband's father.
Okay, whatever. It's too confusing. So much family relations in these videos. And CNN does whatever they can. I mean, watch this. And I think they were surprised to hear this. Once again, not good for ratings. Listen.
I want to ask you about this. When you talk about the confusion, and you've been open, obviously, about your support for the president, when you look at the videos of what happened, and I'm sure they're very hard for you, Timmy, to watch if you've even been able to. But the Deputy Attorney General says that the Justice Department doesn't believe that there's evidence to back a criminal investigation, right? And nothing about charges or anything like that, just an investigation into what happened in terms of the ICE agents' actions. But they were, according to the prosecutors resigning today, pressuring them to investigate Renee's actions and Becca, her wife's actions. How do you feel about all that?
Well, I'm not blaming anybody. I mean, it's a hard situation all the way around. It's hard for for everybody involved. I mean, the ICE agent, at first I didn't see the footage where, he was actually, he was actually being ran. I mean, I seen the bump of the car hitting his legs. And so in a, in a flash like that, it's hard to say how you would react. From my understanding that he had been through that before, maybe dragged or something. And so, like I said, it's just a hard situation for everybody. Becca, she's a great person as well. I mean, I don't have any many enemies. I love everybody, and that's what the Bible tells us: love our neighbors as we love ourselves. But I think there's some bad choices, and the word says, "For the wrath of God will come upon the children of disobedience." And it's I don't blame us. I don't blame Rebecca. I don't blame Renee. I just wish that if we're walking the Spirit of God, I don't think she would have been there. That's the way I look at it.
Whoops.
CNN probably should have done their homework before they invited him to the interview.
CNN's like, whoopsie. Let's cut to commercial, folks. Let's go ahead and cut to why white people are bad. Some commercial and some strong white woman degrading her husband in a commercial. Comment that popped up when that was being played, and I always have to address these type of things. It's interesting. Netanyahu and Kissinger are two sides of the same evil coin. Both are mass murderers. I'm a Catholic. So what I'm not going to do is address Netanyahu and Kissinger as mass murderers, because I disagree vehemently, and you can't go ahead and promote that and tell me that they are mass murderers in any way, shape, or form, or show me any signs of delineation between actual mass murderers. We go to the Congo, we can go to Syria, we can go to the Bolshevik Revolution, we can go to World War I, World War II, we can go to anything. And you can go ahead and tell me what mass murder and the definition of mass murder is. And I can tell you that the lines of delineation that you would from a mass murder or mass genocidal event don't line up with Netanyahu or Kissinger, but that's okay. We don't have to have that conversation. What I'd like to do is talk about you invoking your Catholic identity. That doesn't strengthen your argument in any way, shape, or form. And if you look at Catholic moral teachings, they recognize just war. They recognize legitimate defense, proportionality. They look at the right of the state to protect speech. It does not equate to defending citizens with mass murder. And it does not also endorse flattening any complex history into a tribe TikTok style type of comment. Catholicism is an open proponent of self-defense and countries defending their sovereignty and have throughout history. And if you want to go ahead and make that equation, you're a Catholic, well, then you're a hypocrite yourself, because then the Catholic Church and Catholicism in itself is also one of the largest mass murderers organizations and genocidal maniacs on the planet, if you're going to go ahead and use that comment. So maybe you should rephrase, or just not throw something clever like "I'm a Catholic" at the end of it and think it strengthens your argument when it actually weakens it. Moving on. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show, by the way. Good to have you here. So what do you think of that? I mean, it takes a lot even if they were estranged, or even if he didn't particularly like Renee, which it sounds like he did, it's pretty incredible that he defended ICE, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it sounds like he's a very strong Christian, and I think he believes in doing good, and I think he knows what Rebecca and Renee were doing was not good. They were not doing any good. They were causing havoc and going against what the law tells the ICE officers they can do. They're not breaking any laws. They're doing legally what their job is.
Yeah. Interesting. Matheos. It's actually Mythios. I don't know, but my real name is Matheos. It's on my birth certificate. It's Matthew, parentheses, Matheos, spare. My Yaya and Papu were Greek. Catholics do not believe in murder. Would you like to talk about the Crusades? Would you like to talk about the American Indian Wars? Would you like to talk about what they did to Native Americans? Would you like to talk about the postmodernistic concentration camps in the United States and Canada that the Catholic Church was involved with? Do you want to talk about slavery? Do you want to talk about the endorsement of slavery from the Catholic Church? No, Catholics don't believe in murder, but they have been on the wrong side of history. And if you really have a problem, we can start talking about them fucking kids and covering it up. I mean, listen, bro, you're talking to a Christian. You're talking to someone who has many Catholic friends, and I appreciate and love all people, no matter what their religious beliefs are. But I'm not going to sit here and let you come on my show and sit here and say Kissinger and Netanyahu were mass murderers and then sit here and tell me that the Catholic Church is clean and free of any scars of its own. Kissinger most assuredly got involved in Laos and Indochina and Vietnam and was a proponent and also created a lot of that because they were existentially against communism. And they learned that through MacArthurism, and they also learned it from World War II. And lo and behold, let's take a look at what's happening now in today's society. So maybe MacArthurism wasn't that bad. McCarthyism ultimately was against the Red Movement, against socialists, against liberal propaganda, taking over our educational systems, taking over our theater and our writers and our scholars and our historians. And guess what? They've done all of that. So maybe McCarthyism wasn't so bad. And now if we go ahead and talk about Netanyahu, would you like me to go ahead and defend Netanyahu? Is that what you want? No, I'm just going to go ahead and defend your premise that you saying you're a Catholic somehow solidifies your point when it really just contradicts it. I've already made that comment. You don't have to be upset by me. You can call in if you want to. We can have this conversation via live. I don't imagine it going much better. 276-200-2105. Give me a call. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show. Yet again, it's good to have you here. I love this show.
What was that supposed?
What's that?
You sounded like
What did I sound like?
oh, Santa Claus. The Santa Claus.
Yes.
Yes, that one.
Coco. I like Coco.
Yes, that one.
You're on the naughty list. Yes, you are. But wait, there's more. ICE agent injury. Whoops. Don't you remember? He didn't get hit by a car. They missed him. Whoops. ICE agent had to go in for internal bleeding. Liv, go ahead and read us up here. Tell us what happened.
The ICE agent involved in the shooting of Renee Good allegedly suffered internal bleeding. Officials have claimed. It was internal bleeding to the torso following the incident.
Wow, that sounds serious. Right around the kidneys and the spleen and the stomach. Oh yeah, sounds fine to me. He's going to be fine. We understand this, but this can create blood clots. This can create complications. Internal bleeding is serious, and it demonstrates that he got hit by the car hard. And now everyone's like, oh, he's going 2 miles an hour. Well, listen to me. Have you ever fallen 2 feet? That doesn't feel good, does it?
Oh, gosh, I can attest to that, falling up the stairs
Sunday. So have you stubbed your toe before? Are you telling me what's worse, stubbing your toe or getting hit by a car? So he was hit by the car, and this explains it. We saw this. We watched this. Unless you think somehow between the hospital and the incident that this guy, created his own internal bleeding? No, it's from the car. We understand this. I mean, it's obvious. Maybe we could just relax and realize that Renee Good, although it's shooting somebody is not the greatest thing in the world, sometimes shit happens. That's all I'm going to say. Shit happens. Anyway, did we lose Mythios or Matheos or?
Not sure.
A dude on YouTube. Olivia, so good at what she does. Folks, $25 came through. Who did it? Liv?
That was, we called it out already, I thought.
I know, but I don't have the stupid thing up, and I'm so upset. You wanted this off or down to 1?
It was on 1. I wanted it off for a few minutes, and then we'll turn it back up.
Well, it's not working.
I know. I turned it off, and that's why I was like, maybe that's why I was like, why is it so cold when it's on 1?
Oh, it's on study, knucklehead. You're doing Hayden's.
Oh.
You're on the wrong one, bone nozzle. This one.
Oh. We've got way too many freaking apps for crap.
We got apps. What? Hey, we got apps. He's got apps. What's the movie? Oh, come on. Come on. And the D girls go doot, 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 doot. It's not brown, it's champagne. It's a latest craze in diamonds. Yeah, it's fucking brown. Oh, Olivia. Listen, don't mess with my models. Leave the models alone.
Sure you didn't watch that with your other
Elle
girlfriend?
McPherson, Cindy Crawford. They're beautiful girls, man. They're beautiful girls.
Oh, are you talking beautiful? Are you talking?
I'm talking beautiful girls,
Okay,
Liv.
Great.
Gosh. Look at Kimberly Ann. She knows. Kimberly Ann, my girl. Kimberly, you me? She's getting to be old. Whenever you're ready, Kimberly, let me know. How do you not? We just watched it with the kids. I mean, come on. Did you remember that? Obviously not.
Otherwise, I would have told you. Normally, I'm on top of it.
Roger Freeze says, I was hit by an M1 Abrams once in the shop, hurt like a MF. Dumbass didn't wait for a ground guide. Oh my, yeah, getting hit by an M1, that's a career choice. That's bad.
You know, my aunt was shopping at a Target one time and she fell. She went to step off the curb and she misstepped and she fell, and she's had to have like 10 reconstructive surgeries on her face because of it.
Do you remember what happened in Bakersfield at that school, the elementary school, when they redid the drop-off zone and they put that curb that was this tall?
Yep.
And there was no warning for drop-off, and I stepped off.
Yep.
And I both knees, I went down on both knees.
Oh, yeah. The principal was there. You saved Hayden because you were holding Hayden.
I had a rock this big that went right into my skin, and I had 2 or 3 of them puncture my knees. And I saved Hayden. I had her like this, and I felt myself going, and I picked her up, and I went both knees, and then I rolled. And the principal comes up, and he's like, you have every right to sue. I am so sorry. And I said, and he's like, how? He's like, dude, you're a hero. You saved your daughter. Because she would, like, all my weight would have went down on her. But I had a choice. I had to drop the kid or go on my knees. And I was like, this is going to fuck. Like, I knew what happened when I started walking off. And, I was worried about my back, too, back surgery. But it was a 2-foot drop.
Yeah, they didn't.
You're just walking straight out, and then you're gone. And, I was wearing shorts. Oh, that sucked. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me show. Let's see. We are going into Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly, remember, you know who Mark Kelly is?
Yeah, he's a congressman, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I don't know the names of all of them.
Senator Mark Kelly, and an astronaut, United States Navy pilot, someone you should respect and respect his service. But once again, you can respect somebody's service and just think they're a complete clown show, which he is. He is the one and others who made the video basically telling U.S. service people, men and women, to not obey direct orders.
He's one of them. He's one of those people.
He's a they, them. Yeah. So,
gotcha.
So what did they do? They recalled his status and talking about court-martialing him and removing and docking his benefits and his DD-214, everything else. Here it is. He is a complete douche nozzle. I'm not a fan of this guy. And watch this.
Breaking right now, Democratic Senator Mark Kelly is suing the Department of War and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth after moves to censure and discipline him. Kelly is asking a federal judge for an immediate injunction, trying to freeze the punishment while the case plays out in court. The department disciplined Kelly, a Navy veteran, over a video where he told service members to ignore what he called illegal orders. Kelly argues he's being illegally punished for a political viewpoint. John? Breaking right now.
No.
Bummer.
You are a sitting U.S. senator, and you are not in the military. You are using your standing. You receive benefits from the United States government, and you can bring disservice and dishonor to your reputation while in or out of the military, as long as your status as a veteran, as a retired military man or woman, you still have a relationship with the U.S. military and an oath of conduct and honor that you swore to protect as an officer and as an enlisted man. And that duty and that honor is bound by your entire life. Now, you can take a look at other criminals who've done horrible and horrendous things, who've had their military service reviewed and removed. And whether it's a small crime or something felonious or a grandiose crime of magnitude and proportion that's unbeknownst to any common man, you are to be held accountable for those things. And you are. And just because it's posthumous from your service, it means nothing. You did something that is absolutely considered seditious and treasonous, and you're lucky that that was not brought forward as well. So sue away, man. Sue away, I guess.
Yeah.
Looks
Riley's like, why does he look like a supervillain from the DC universe?
Doesn't he look like an old Lex Luthor?
Yep.
By the way, I'm hearing a lot of people are having problems with Verizon right now, and there's a Verizon outage all over the United States. We're sorry about that. That sucks. That's not good, but hang in there. I'm sure they'll get it fixed at some point. Folks, real quick, we're going to take a quick commercial break. $25 out of $300 is where we're at for our donations tonight. We want to try to get that up and going so we don't have to really kind of eat into the second half of the hour. We are going to play a quick coffee commercial. We've already sold a couple bags of coffee tonight. If you have not had a chance to go over to thedumbshow.com/coffee, here is a quick, enticing video of 35 seconds. We'll be right back. Don't leave. Share the show. And please, if you have not had a chance, hit like. We've got 96 likes, and we have almost 200 people in circulation right now. We would appreciate it if you would hit the like button. Thanks. There is, you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to hold a little contest. In the beginning of this video, there is a man singing and humming as he stirs a cup of tea and prepares to have his vocal cords ready to sing a melody of sorts from the yesteryear. If you can tell me what song this is from, I'll get you a free bag of coffee. Good luck.
But you have to tell us by the end of the commercial.
No, you have to tell us whenever you want. It's a standing, this going to be this hard. This is a standing challenge that if you can figure out what song and which band this is from, you can get a free bag.
You got to get both band and song.
You got to get band and song. And this is, and the singer. You got to tell me who's singing it, who's humming. So we're going to play this again. Give it a listen. And whoever, there's a one-time winner. Whoever gets it in the history of the show, you get a free bag of coffee. Here it is. Coffee. We've sold a lot of coffee, and it's a competitive market. I have never had anyone return a bag. I've never had anyone speak ill of our coffee. It's got 5-star reviews. We've sold 500 plus bags of coffee, and people love it. Give it a chance. Olivia's going to hold it up for you and show it to you, see, because I'm talking about it, but she failed. And there it is. There it is, coffee, all ready for you. It's what we use in our coffee pod every single morning. It comes in a black body bag. And it is sealed fresh. On the back, no, bring it back. On the back, spinning around. Thank you, Vanna. It has a peel, aluminum tab. God, you're hot. And it's not done. I'm not done. It's so hard. I know it's so hard. I've wanted to put a bag over your head many times. Strike one. You can put it back. Whoa. I got the fingered salute. Hey, you're on the Don't Unfriend Me show. This is Matt. Who are we talking to?
Hey, Matt. It's Brian.
Hey, Brian, do me a favor. Can you mute your show?
Mute the show,
and then we're
please.
going to get you put in here. And welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. What do you want to talk about?
Didn't you want to know who's singing the song?
Yes.
Yes, I would like to know who's singing. If you get this, Brian. It's Brian, right?
Frank.
Oh,
I was gonna say.
I thought this. Okay, so
Frank may get it.
Frank, if you know who this is, I'm gonna give you the biggest kiss in the world. Go ahead, Frankie. Tell him who it is.
I think it's Still Point.
Oh no, that's the song. But there is a man humming, and he's humming in the song. Listen to it again. Listen to it again. Listen real quick.
Probably should have made that.
It's right in the beginning. Listen again. Here we go. He's going da 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 da. Listen. Yes, very subtle, but this is for a real fan, not difficult. Frank, I was going to shit if you knew. It is still point in the song, but I'm talking about the person humming in the background. It's the introduction to a song.
Yeah, God.
Oh, yeah. You know it.
Ah, what is that?
Yep.
Oh, man.
And a stirring of a cup. You know what? I'm gonna play the song.
Oh, dude, don't get us struck.
No, we're not gonna get struck. I'm gonna play the intro to the song and make it clear for everybody. Now, no, because then people will use AI, and I'm not gonna let you do it.
No.
But I just gave it to you. And playing and stirring some tea, and this was in a recording studio, and the singer had some lemon and mulberry and honey to soothe their vocal cords because of this song, because the inflection and it got very high in some of the notes, and it wasn't their forte. So used a little bit of honey and tea to help lozenge their throat before the song. One of the most prolific songs in their history, probably a top 10 from this band, but it's going to take a lot for people to get. I will be shocked if anyone gets it.
Man, I'm going to guess John Lennon.
No, roughly around the same time frame, though, for sure.
Real.
Oh yeah, around that time.
You know what?
I'll give hints.
I'm going to jump off here, give somebody else a chance, because I really don't know, and I don't want to waste your time.
We love you, Frankie. You're never wasting our time. We love having you on. You're one of our favorite human beings on the planet. I just couldn't hear your voice because I had you through the computer, and what I do is I screen calls that way. I don't pump it into the show, and we have it play on the computer, but Olivia can hear it, and she'll be like, nope, don't put that person on. So I thought you said Brian, but once I heard you, I knew it was you.
Oh. All right, man. Hey, Olivia, you're looking great tonight. All right, love you guys. Take care.
Love you, Frank.
Would you guys stop hitting on my fucking wife? Seriously, like I can't take it anymore. Frankie, we love you.
Hey, I've got some baby oil and a little berry mayo.
Oh, you're out of here. You're out. I cut him off. He's out. He's gone. He's out of there.
Kevin's like, call the law firm Dewey, sue him, and how.
You guys
talking about Mark Kelly.
Are my comments showing up? Yes, Joanne. I can't hear the humming. Oh, yes, you can. It's there. You're going to have to put on your headphones, and you're going to listen. You guys, if you want this bag of coffee, you're going to have to earn it. Like, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to give it. I can't do that. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. What?
Rumble.
But you didn't answer everything, Stump.
Stump.
What's the name of the song, Stumpy?
What's the name of the song?
And you have to call in. You have to call in. You can't. Would you
like me to jump off first before you call in there, Kev?
Yeah, Kevin, do you want to jump off before Olivia comes on?
The other way around.
Stumpy got it. Stumpy got it. But can you tell me the name? Skating away on the thin ice of a new day. And as you push up on the shore, in a rattle once more, you're a rabbit on the run. Oh, that's right. I'm so excited. Somebody
he said
got
he
it.
doesn't know the song, but he knows. But the fact that he got
that, it. It's good enough. Here it is. Here's the rest. Starting to go. Here.
Here's the rest. Starting to go.
Mute your phone.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back in the year one,
when you belong to no
Am I still here?
one,
yeah, you're there. Shh.
you didn't stand a chance.
Mute.
If your plans were undone, 'cause you were bred for humanity
and sold to society. Oh, one day you wake up. Gosh, Jethro Tull, dude. You got it, man. Skating away on the thin ice of a new day. Frankie, can you hear me?
Yeah, Ian Anderson.
Yeah, Ian Anderson, Jethro Tull, Skating Away.
I've seen him twice.
Yeah, I've seen him 17 times. And it's not
I
him.
saw him the first.
And it's not.
I saw him.
Go ahead.
I saw him the first time they came to St. Louis.
Yeah. Yeah, I got turned on to them when I was, must have been 9 years old playing D&D. And my buddy put on Broadsword and the Beast. And I got to hear Seal Driver. And I was like, oh, I'm hooked. And I've seen
the first album.
Go ahead.
The first album I ever heard was Stand Up.
Yeah, Stand Up and This was two of their best. I've got all their albums. I've listened to every song. I am 17 times. I've had a chance to shake Barrymore Barlow's hand and Ian Anderson and Martin Barr's.
Wow.
So Terry Frey I had a chance to meet as well, and I'm a big fan. Def Leppard is my number 2 band. Jethro Tull by far is my favorite band of all time. I'll listen to Jethro Tull any day of the week. And the cool thing is I have all the stuff that people have never heard before, like the Chateau Disaster tapes and Passion Play extended and the full versions of Thick as a Brick. And I'm going to send them to you. One of the best Tull compendiums is Jethro Tull 20 Years, and it's a gold label with Ian Anderson in a silhouette, purple silhouette. It's called the 20th. And it's 3 albums, and it's got about 85 songs on it, but it has the Chateau Disaster tapes on it, and it's insanity good.
Yeah, the coolest thing was I saw him at Kiel Auditorium, and Kiel Opera House is on the other side of Kiel Auditorium.
Yeah.
Well, Jethro Tull was playing in Kiel Auditorium, but at the same time, in the Opera House, there was a revival going on.
Yeah.
And Ian Anderson, the whole band comes out, and Ian Anderson's standing there, and he says, do you hear that on the other side? He says, theirs is a God of fear. Mine is a God of love.
Yeah, dude.
And I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Dude, Ian, there's 2 of the greatest songwriters ever are Neil Peart from Rush. I mean, anyone who wrote Trees, give me a break. There is unrest in the forest. There is trouble with the trees. For the maples want more sunlight, and the oaks ignore their pleas. Anybody who writes like that is fantastic. Ian Anderson, in my opinion, was better than Neil Peart because he if you just listen to Thick as a Brick, it goes through 175 years of history in a song, and you're like, what in the fuck is this song about? But when you listen to the words, and then the fact that he was a flautist and could sing and play guitar and the glockenspiel, for God's sakes, and the tin flute.
Right.
It was incredible. Jethro Tull was one of the most incredible bands who ever existed. And they were the Dave Matthews of the 1970s. They were just an amalgamation of so many different melodic and whimsical sounds. And then they moved into the electronic age with A and Broadsword and the Beast. And then, they left their bluesy This Was and stand-up roots and got into Witch's Promise and Aqualung and Locomotive Breath. And, then Crest of a Knave came out and they got to the postmodernistic electric age and they won the heavy metal album of the year against Metallica, which is stupid because Crest of a Knave is not even remotely close to heavy metal, but they're an amazing band. And if people would just listen to them, they're eccentric.
Well,
they're good.
They went through so many changes and so many different personnel changes that, it's amazing that I guess it's not amazing because of the talent involved there, but I still got to admit, my heart belongs to Pink Floyd. They are my
don't get me
favorite.
wrong. Yeah, listen, I'm not a Rodgers guy. Roger Waters, even though The Wall was incredible, I am a Dave Gilmour fan. I think
me too. Me too.
Yeah, Gilmour, in my opinion, Comfortably Numb is the greatest guitar solo ever done. It's when Gilmour does it with Bowie. I don't know if you've seen it. Do me a favor, look it up and just put in Gilmour, Bowie, Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb. And it is hands down, it's the best version since Roger did the intro. And, you may feel a little sick. And, Bowie does it. And Bowie sings and plays the doctor. And you're like, wow, that's good. And Dave.
If you want to hear something incredible, look up a gal named Nina De Gregorio.
Okay.
She's a violinist.
Yeah.
And she does that lead from Comfortably Numb on violin.
Oh, okay. Can't wait.
Dude, I'm telling you, it makes the hair on my arms stand up. She is freaking believable.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait. So I will absolutely listen to it. I love that shit. But if you listen to Gilmore though, and you go and listen to an interview, he said that it felt like Rogers was in the room, Waters was in the room, and when Bowie did it, and he's like, it's the first time. And then the pianist and the keyboardist in the group, I can't remember his name. He did the Roger Waters line for "Comfortably Numb" for years. But when
Marks,
yes, thank you. When Bowie came in and did it, Roger's like, that's the first time like I have felt that song, and he plays this solo live. And in my opinion, it's not his cleanest version of Numb, but it is his most heartfelt and passionate. Please go listen to it. Because I'm telling you, just look it up. Just look up David Bowie, David Gilmour live, Comfortably Numb, and go watch it after the show, and then call me. And I promise you,
I think I might have heard it once somewhere along the line, but I will look it up again.
You would not say you think. Trust me, it's like hearing Prince play "My Guitar Gently Weeps." You've either heard it, or you either have heard it or you haven't. And if you heard it, then you didn't listen to it. You may have listened to it, but you didn't hear it. You know what I mean?
I didn't hear it. Yeah, exactly.
Go listen to it, brother. You want a free bag of coffee? Go pick it out. Tell us. Liv will send it to you.
No, I don't. I in fact, I'm still going through my bag of Moab that I've got right now, and I appreciate the offer, but give it to somebody that deserves it more.
Well, there's nobody.
Kevin's the one who got it.
Oh, Kevin got it?
Yeah.
Oh, Frank. Wait a second. Frank. So Kevin won, and Frank
just called in.
Oh, well, good talking. Good talking to you, Frank.
Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to confuse you.
I'm always confused.
I am too.
I'm married,
bro. But as soon as you started going through Ian Anderson stuff, I was like, oh crap, that's who that is.
Yeah.
And I don't remember hearing that part of that song at any. I admit I am not as well versed on Jethro Tull as you are. Yeah. I just love the shit out of them. But
well, listen, it's a lot of those. You see, because there's a little bit of history there. Skating Away on the Thin Ice of a New Day wasn't released in the United States. That is the unmastered release version, which came out on the 20-year release of Jethro Tull, and it was supposed to be on MU, Jethro Tull MU, which is the greatest hits collection. And it wasn't on the tape version, but it was when it was released on the CD version. I'm annoying with this shit. Like, dude, I know my Jethro Tull. Listen, I love you, buddy. I got to go. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you later.
All right. Love you too. Kevin, congratulations on winning a cup of coffee. Well, a bag of coffee. Let us know what it is. I thought people would take a little while. I kind of gave it away when I hummed it, and I shouldn't have.
Kev, give me all your info, dude.
Give me all your info. All your hugs and kisses, too.
Hayden got a call back.
Hayden got a call back?
Not for Brooke.
Oh, no.
For Enid. I was like, who's Enid? She goes, a liberal lesbian.
Hayden!
She says she's okay.
She didn't get Brooke?
Well, it doesn't mean she didn't get it. She just got a call back for somebody else.
Oh, no. Mom, we need to hit donations. Come here. Guys, we need to play the donations commercial because we're desperate. We're $25. We got to play it. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations. But after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar, every message, you're the reason we can keep calling out the BS and bringing color back to the world going gray.
If you want to help, we take PayPal, Venmo, or snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking... I can't do it. I can't untighten it.
That's what she said.
That's what she's... Oof. Oof. Coming in with it. Pound it. Pound it. Pound.
Child got 15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
Told the VTuber.
You know this is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't start with me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm going to punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan.
Break.
Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler.
But we've built something.
There's no but there. Why do you've been doing this since you were 2 years old? Try it again.
Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
He's so much better than you at everything.
Better than
Hayden, he's just like, even, it's just, go ahead, Hayden.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored.
That's a wrap. Well done, Spear family. I bet we make no money.
But I'm gonna owe them money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh yeah, cut it.
Baby shark, do 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 do.
Yeah, thank you, folks. Sorry, Hayden has been going for this part in Legally Blonde, Brooke Wyndham, and she has practiced for 6 months. She's run on a treadmill. This person is a jazzer-size person, and they're in prison, right?
Yeah, she's being convicted or charged of killing her husband.
Yeah, and
that's what it is.
And Hayden's gone for this part, and she plays the part, and she can do the jump rope and do the song. She's been working out for it. She's got the pipes for it. Everyone says that she is incredible. And she got a call back for it. And then she did the dance routine. And then they called her back for a part in the play that she said she didn't want to do. She marked like 8 people she was willing to do. And this is a bigger part, but it's a lesbian liberal. And she's like, I don't want to play a gay character. I'm not gay. I'm straight. I don't feel comfortable doing it. And they called her back for that. And the person who's going for the part, like those people who went for the part, none of them were interested, except for this one girl who in grade school did Mrs. Potts and hated one in Mrs. Potts and Beauty and the Beast.
She didn't want her. That's the problem.
She didn't want her. And this
she
girl
didn't want
took
Mrs. Potts, and she didn't want.
I know. And the girl took it, and she didn't want Brooke either, but we think she's doing it just to spite Hayden. And it's just bullshit, you know? So, like, I've tried to explain to her that, you know, this. Okay. All right. I'll stop talking about it. Okay. I got it. Okay. I was told to shut up. Okay. Sorry. I can't talk about it. I love my kid. And she's, I will say this and nobody can say anything. That girl has worked on this for a year. Every single day I've had to listen to this fucking song. And you want to know what's hilarious? I'll just tell you. If you go to my music, this is how much I love my kid. And she doesn't know how much I love my kid. Here. Olivia will test what's
up. Did you see that?
No. What did she say?
She said, just let you read it.
Just tell me.
No, I'm not going to read it on
I already said I'm done.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the song I was listening to today during her tryout. And Olivia can tell you it's Legally Blonde. And it's not music that I actually love. And I love my kid. And that's it. I'll stop talking. I just got scorned by my child. Stop talking. Everything that I just said is nobody's opinion but my own. Please don't dislike my kid because of my opinions. Moving on. Yeah, we need to put in donations, baby. We're getting killed tonight.
The only one.
That's it?
That's it.
Well, we're just going to have an early night. How about that? Thomas Austin donating 2110. Ephesians, be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another. God and Christ forgave you. Yeah, we're going to have to, Hayden needs us anyway. So probably just jump off. We'll just do a couple other videos, but yeah, we can't stay on. Here's the men get pregnant one. Watch this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since you bring it up, why don't we just start there? Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics. So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
Can men get
I take care
pregnant?
of many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men get pregnant?
again, as I'm saying,
Let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can men get pregnant? You're a doctor, I think.
science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool. And
No, yes/no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you. You know, the United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert, and you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
I'm not. I'm trying to get, it's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity as a medical professional and as a scientist. Can men get pregnant?
I think you're also conflating
This is
male
extraordinary.
female with
No, I'm not conflating male and female. They're two different things. There's biological men and there's biological women. And I want to know, can men get pregnant?
what you were talking about is biological.
You're not going to answer my question, it sounds like.
Biological males.
This isn't hard, doctor. Can men get pregnant? Yes or no?
Again, I would be more than happy to have a conversation with you that is not coming from a place of trying to be polarized and push.
I'm not trying to be polarizing. I'm trying to ask, I think it is extraordinary that we are here in a hearing about science and about women. And for the record, it's women who get pregnant, not men. We are here about the safety of women and science that shows that this abortion drug causes adverse health events in 11% of cases. That's 22 times greater than the FDA label, another fact you haven't acknowledged, and yet you won't even acknowledge the basic reality that biological men don't get pregnant. There's a difference between biological men and biological women. I don't know how we can take you seriously and your claims to be a person of science if you won't level with this on this basic issue. I thought we were past all of this, frankly. I can't believe we're still here talking about this.
I am a person of science, and I'm also someone here who's here to represent the complex experiences of my patients, and I don't think polarized language or questions serve that goal. I don't think they serve the American people.
It is not polarizing to say that there is a scientific difference between men and women, and I want this to be clear and for the record. It is not polarizing to say that women are a biological reality and should be treated and protected as such. That is not polarizing, that is truth. It is also, by the way, the United States Constitution, which offers unique protections to women in a variety of circumstances as women. And your refusal to recognize women as women and men as men is deeply corrosive to science, to public trust, and yes, to constitutional protections for women as women. And I think it's extraordinary that you would sit here and advance a political agenda that has been thoroughly discredited and rejected by the American people in this forum. And I'm glad we had this exchange because it is exceptionally clarifying. It is also in many ways quite depressing. I see that my time has nearly expired. I just want to thank the other witnesses for being here. Thank you for protecting women and children. Thank you for your valiant efforts. Thank you for following the science. And thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this hearing.
Senator, also.
super happy she is not my doctor. Holy cow.
Yeah, sorry, I had to step out and take care of Hayden. It was not good. Hayden's just a mess right now. So I'm trying to tell her, maybe it sounds like the people who didn't try out for roles are getting callbacks for roles they didn't try out for. And that's what it sounds like. So
maybe they're just trying to
keep it fair, keep it balanced, also see where other people can plug in, because I'm sure there's certain roles that, like, it's my understanding that this role that they want her to do is coveted, that many people tried out for it, that it was a very popular role, and it's much bigger than Brooke. So, we're going to have to find out. Yes. But anyway, that crazy lady, another crazy liberal.
Yes, incredibly insane.
You call yourself a doctor and you can't even describe. How does that make you feel? Moab.
Yeah, Jeff Oliphant, thank you for the donation of $20. I'll be back on Friday to help somebody else qualify, and he just ordered the Moab. So,
well, thank you, buddy. We appreciate it, folks. We know it's a slow night tonight, but we certainly would appreciate it if you have a chance to help out the show. Please do so. We don't want to go early, but once again, sometimes nights are just a little bit slow. We have a ton of people on. We've got 200 plus on right now, folks.
Wow, that's impressive. But yeah, she's a bit of a nutter. Really happy she's not my doctor, but that is real scary.
Liv.
What?
Read.
All right, let's get back on. I got a little sidetracked.
Who called that?
You.
My sources are impeccable, folks. Impeccable.
Yeah, they don't have it on right now, so I don't know.
Breaking news, though, and we're going to go ahead and try to find out what's going on. Loretta, where did you see this, please?
I'm going to put a donation in real quick.
Yeah, you call it out.
All right.
If we've got to cancel the rest of the stuff we were going to cover and do this, I'm fine with that.
CJ Jenkins, sorry, I'm sidetracked with the Easter egg.
What?
She got the donor shirt, and I asked her if she found the Easter egg name, so she's trying to find it.
Oh, my God. Good luck, lady. If you find it, I'll be shocked. YouTube, Matt. That YouTube's so big, guys. What about YouTube?
Ask where you found it. Maybe somebody posted something.
And find out the truth.
Gardeners who rape people, maybe.
Another donation. Hang on.
Yeah, you do this, and
thank you guys for the donation. It really helps. We really appreciate it. Joanne Townsend, thank you, Matt and Olivia. Hope this helps. It does. It really does.
It really does. It keeps us going, guys. Sorry. It's like, I know. We appreciate you.
Yes, we do. We do.
You guys, can I just, okay, let me just crack this down for you. If you guys think Verizon is down for any other reason than we were just cyber attacked, you're not paying attention. Put 2 and 2 together, okay? Why would Verizon be down right now? It's a major cyber attack, right?
It's one of the biggest internet and cell phone providers in the country.
So, cell networks just don't crash for no reason. So, I don't know what Tulsi is.
Tulsi.
Tulsi.
They said it was Tulsi on Tulsi TV. Maybe that's Tulsi Gabbard TV. I don't know. I don't know why she would be saying something, because
I don't think that's what it is. We're not YouTubers. We don't know.
No, we don't.
I mean, we're on YouTube.
Tulsi TV is what they said.
Spell it.
TOULSI.
No.
TOUSI.
Right,
look at the very top.
Launching troops. Okay, hold on a second. I'm not going to put something on like this. Guys, if this guy's not straight up right away, I'm going to kick him off of here. I'm not going to cover.
If you have ED, you might need to work on your mental game. When you're aroused, your brain releases dopamine.
Who refuses to report. Earlier on, I was also on the Charlie Kirk show. And if you want to watch that, obviously go on their channel and check it out with Andrew. Anyway, let's talk about what's going on inside the country in Iran. At this point, we are currently dealing with an official martial law across Iran. This is a very, very sensitive situation right now. We've reached the final stage of this revolution against the Islamic occupation. They have not done too well when it comes to the performance against the Iranian people, but there is still a chance for them to somehow on the streets against the regime. Himself.
Apparently his dad lives in Iran is what everyone's saying.
I guess میخواد عراقچی رو
Okay, so I want people to understand a couple things. One is that we had talked about this earlier today, and this most assuredly is what I alluded to. Is one is that we saw Iranian forces moving closer to the Gulf side. We saw that an aircraft carrier moved into the area. We saw an attack that obviously took place on our infrastructure and command and control, which ultimately is civilian command and control in Verizon. But the interesting thing is Verizon also is a very large military producer of cell phones and networking for the U.S. military. So it looks like there was a cyber attack on U.S. There were also supposed to be staged attacks in the Middle East against possible U.S. air bases in Qatar, Oman, possibly in Bahrain and others. So these are all things that I was aware of and tried to convey to you. We're going to go to UA Live. This is my sources, and I understand he has a father in Iran. But I have my sources too, and I'm going to utilize mine.
Put in a donation real quick.
Yeah, please do, and call it out.
Frank Wood, hope this helps. Thanks so much, Frankie. We appreciate it.
It does, Frank. Always helps.
It really does.
Let me go ahead, and I'm going to pull this up in just a second. I'm going to get everything entered. Recentering my maps. We kind of knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm so worried about Olivia. Or hate it.
Yeah.
I love how she shut me down, though. Shut up, Dad. Shut your mouth, Father. Just hold on while I pay this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. I don't want that. No. Sorry, guys. Hang tight. Liv, can you open my phone, please, and give me this? And hand it to me. Sorry, guys. We weren't prepared. My UA map is down, and I'm trying to get it up. It's credit right down. Lower right. Give it to me.
It's too long. You got way too much stuff on there.
Sorry to be so demanding. Come on, baby. Where's everybody? Okay, so do I just want to pay it for a year since we use this so much, or just pay it?
I don't know what it is.
It's
what you use. So if you use it a lot, I'd do it.
No, I do use it a ton, but I don't use this feature
enough.
Yeah, well, it's only when conflict breaks out. But understand is that may
be a lot lately.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the coming days.
Yeah, I'm really skeptical of other people. And I've never listened to this guy. I'm not going to broadcast his stuff, and I trust my viewers, but I trust my analysis better than theirs. So sorry, I'm gonna go with mine. Yeah, I'm confident that they closed airspace, unconfirmed explosions in Tehran. Trust me, if the United States was hitting this, these would be confirmed explosions. Did that just go through? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, just give me 20 seconds real quick, and then we can talk. Okay. Come on, you piece of shit. There we go. Iran. Okay, I'm going to get you guys all the straight poop right now. This is one of the best sites known to man, and I trust them implicitly. And the reason why is because I know who ran it and runs it. And the information that comes from it is trustworthy. All right. So I've used Live UA for a long time, but I've got a different version than other people for Live UA. So we're gonna find out right now. So as of right now, Donald Trump made a post and a comment and was asked if military action in Iran is now off the table. Trump says we're going to watch and see. We were just told no executions. I hope that's true. And that is what I quoted to you earlier. And I can tell you right now that I'm not confident that this information that you guys are giving me is accurate. Israel and Iran secretly reassured each other via Russia that there was no preemptive attack on each other. That came out 5 hours ago. I'm over and going over. We're going to go to Iran right now. A lot of hot spots over in Iran. This is Hamadan Air Base. There's no reports here. This is Kermanshah Air Base. Nothing here. These are all the ones that I've forgotten. Vadadi Air Base. Nothing there. If the United States was in these areas, you would be seeing information based upon these areas. You're also going to get reports flying over Syrian airspace as well. And let me just get this thing working here. I don't know what's going on, but it's being an asshole. We get dark mode on. This will help me see a little bit more effectively. Omar. Udeid Air Base in El Qatar by Wednesday evening. 3 diplomats told Reuters. Riyadh is showing nothing in Saudi Arabia. Just let me analyze this, folks, and we'll be right with you. Kermanshah is nothing. Suleiman has nothing. Airport doesn't even have anything about no-fly zones. Remember, we tried to explain to you guys. God, this is running slow. Liv, are you have Fox News on? Turn off.
Okay.
Please. So at this point, I'm not seeing anything. And if there was any integrated air defense system strikes, if there were any early warning systems, if there was scrambling of aircraft, if there was ICBM alerts, you would be seeing a lot of notifications. Now, you can see that a lot of these buildups of Iranian sources are all along right here along the Gulf. This is the Kish Island Airport, and it very well may be possible that the airspace is being monitored and isolated, but the Straits of Hormuz would be closed too, and I haven't heard anything of that. This would be notified. You would also be able to have notification that the U.S. had closed airspace in around the Gulf, and you would see Saudi Arabia through Riyadh. You would see the United Arab Emirates. You would see several on the western side of Yemen and the Red Sea as well, shut down airspace. And you would see reports of military aircraft, because trust me when I say this, the airspace that you would see coming from the Black Sea, where we have a lot of U.S. forces right now maintaining when it comes to Ukraine. As you can see here, and you would see fly zones through Western European areas, such as Germany with Ramstein. You would also see African flights and military from CENTCOM, And then what we would have in the Red Sea here, next to Western Yemen, is also U.S. controlled in the support of Israel versus Hamas. Nothing is firing off. So Riyadh would be a hotbed. You would see a lot of Saudi Arabian flights.
Where's Iran?
Iran is here. Iraq is here. Here, let me help you.
Where's Israel?
I'll show you. Saudi Arabia is here.
Okay.
Israel is here.
Okay.
Jordan is here. Iraq is here. Iran.
Okay.
Iran is all the way through here.
Gotcha.
This is Dubai. United Arab Emirates. Bahrain is here. UAE. Oman. Make sense?
Yeah.
Afghanistan, help you. Turkmenistan. So Azerbaijan, Armenia. So here is Iran. And here is Iraq. And this is Syria, Lebanon, Israel. So you would see a lot of airspace. You would also see communication in Kuwait, which you're not seeing anything. At this point, I believe people are teeing off on information that I've been giving you folks, is that something is definitely brewing because the United States is moving position and aircraft carriers in that area. U.S. bases have been put on alert for a possible strike. We're seeing cyber attacks on Verizon in the United States right now, which most assuredly is probably Chinese or Korean, North Korean or Iranian involvement, which is safe to say. Airspace being closed doesn't shock me. You wouldn't see a lot of reports coming out of Iran. Reuters says that it is. That doesn't shock me. That's in preemptive to that they are anticipating an attack from the United States. So they close down so they don't shoot at any civilian aircraft. So anything that's squawking and talking and flying and creeping is ultimately a target if the airspace is closed. So that doesn't shock me. But nothing firing off. People are talking about explosions. Nothing's being reported. UA is incredible. UA takes real accounts. We would see video. We would see everything. I've been using it for a long time. And airlines being rerouted, that's pretty standard. And that's not necessarily Tehran as well. That's also any incoming airlines to Iran have been notified by CENTCOM and U.S. NORAD and U.S. Aerospace Command has told them, hey, do not fly into these areas. So nothing as of yet. I wouldn't be... Now, once again, this is actually what I tried to tell you guys about. This is boiling up. This is posturing. But the U.S. is in position, and I'm not going to tell you where our forces are. This is the time that I just go dark on this type of stuff. But there's a lot of U.S. forces in the Gulf right now. There's U.S. forces that have redistributed off the western side past the Lemnos Isles and into Israeli waters and the Black Sea, moving closer to Armenia, Georgia, and Turkey. So
where's the Red Sea? And then where's the Black Sea to the right of Georgia? What's that?
You don't need to make everything about race.
I know.
Okay, so really quick, I'll just give you the high level.
Yeah, I don't know my geography at all.
Baby, you're fine. That's why you have me.
Yeah, the one that's in between Turkmenistan and Georgia.
Yeah, so we'll go into that. So Black Sea is here.
Okay.
I'll just put a click on it. You're looking at the Mediterranean is here, and Lemnos Isles are right below Greece. Right here, Lemnos Isles. And this is where you'll see a lot of U.S. forces hide behind islands here. This is where the USS Liberty took place, and you would see that multiple U.S. vessels sit in this area. It's where we would dock every time we were in the Med. You have the Red Sea here.
Okay, so that's the Red Sea.
Red Sea's here, and then you have the Gulf of Aden. And this is particularly interesting because Western Yemen is where the Houthis are. But they've been pretty much eradicated by the Yemenis and us. We've killed most of their leadership. So your real concerns is that Iran takes all this seaboard here, and they have coastal missile batteries, Silkworm style anti-ship missiles, which are Russian made. Most of these will be targeted and struck and destroyed quickly by F-35s coming out of Saudi Arabia, coming out of Germany, and then probably by Israel themselves. which would take these silkworms down, which would allow us to do coastal operations with no fear. Closer to the Persian Gulf, along Iran, you're going to see they have anti-ship mines and things to that effect. That's no concern. You'll use SDVs or use underwater drones or underwater submarines that are non-man-made, that are essentially RC driven, but it's not RC. It's, they're driven by remote control, but to destroy those and kill those. Do I imagine a ground war? I think people saying that U.S. troops are in Tehran is absolutely stupid. I do not believe that U.S. troops are in Tehran. I think we learned that mistake in the 70s. I think we learned that mistake under Carter. I don't imagine we're going to do that again.
I didn't realize Iran had 2 coastal areas.
Yeah, they have 2 coastal areas. That's a good
What's
point.
up by Tehran or whatever it is?
So
what's that?
You take a look. This is the Caspian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's Caspian Sea, and has no throughfare, as you can see. So it is considered a sea because of its content, but it's
basically
over
a big lake.
Well, no, I mean it has outlets, but you're not going to see anything, going from the Black Sea into there, or in from the Mediterranean or the Arabian Sea.
Does the Black Sea have an outlet? Yes, it does.
Yeah, Black Sea right down here, and it's through Istanbul and Bursa. You can see that they've got the ability from both to have charter and throughfare. And I can't remember the canal that connects into the Black Sea, and you think I would remember, but I don't remember. But that has throughfare, and so does the Caspian as well. But you're not going to get carriers into the Caspian. But the Med is a hotbed for U.S. involvement. The Med has massive influence, as well as the Black Sea did during a lot of the early parts of the campaign through Ukraine. Tosi, I don't know who that person is, did not say, because people in chat said we have boots on the ground. People said they were reporting that boots are on the ground. So Caspian is non-obtainable, and it is considered a sea, but it is landlocked. And the Black Sea I've never been in, so I don't know. But I know that the Kuznetsov and other Russian vessels are in there, and that's not their home port. Their home port was Petropavlovsk and Severomorsk. So how they would get there. Yep, I had a feeling. Yep, so it's the Dardanelles Strait. Yep, the Sea of Marmara and the Bosphorus Strait. Yep. So you go to the Mediterranean Sea here, and then you go through the Dardanelles Strait, and then the Sea of Marmara, and then you go through the Bosphorus Strait into the Black Sea. So that's how you get into it. And that is correct. I've never done a Black Sea. I've never been in the Black Sea, but in the Med, plenty of times, but not the Black Sea. So yeah, there is a strait. And I know there has to be, because like I said, the Kuznetsov, we tracked the Kuznetsov. Really can't go into, yeah, I mean, we tracked the Kuznetsov in Korea. We tracked the Kuznetsov off of Sweden and Norway and Finland as it did its North Atlantic tour. We tracked the Kuznetsov all over the world. And that vessel, you can't just pick it up and put it in the Black Sea. So it's got throughfare. You know what I mean? It's Tusi. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who Tusi is.
It's the dude we were just watching on YouTube.
I know. I don't know who he is. So I'm not going to play him because I don't know who he is.
Gotcha.
But if he has, like, can I be honest with you folks? Just everyone kind of chill. This was on YouTube earlier, and there's a lot of people who are getting ahead of this because they're having the same information that I have. And it's not that Tusi can't have the same information I have. He has real-time information in Iran with his father. That's fine, but you have to also understand that if he has that information, then the sources across the internet have that. And Stratfor has that information, UA has that information, and the other sites that I have access to that other civilians don't would have that information. And I would also, my phone would be lighting up. Remember, I told you around 7 o'clock, I told you to expect that something was going to take place of magnitude and fireworks. We could be possibly seeing the early warnings of this. But when this fires off, it'll be a coordinated effort. It won't be a simple, and it will not be an isolated incident. This will all fire off very, very quickly. Iran has issued an abrupt notice to air missions, NOTAM, effectively closing the airspace to most commercial traffic. This move comes amid weeks of escalating unrest and threats against the United States. Yeah, like I said, I would not be surprised if they shut down their airspace. Once again, you do that because it's kind of like putting a curfew. Anyone on the road after a curfew is probably doing something up to no good. Make sense? But we have nothing right now that states this. This thing is up to date, and I trust it implicitly. So what else is Tusi saying? Michelle said there can be a lot of misinformation. There is. And there always is. That's why I don't use these people. Like, I stand by my record. There's only a few sources that I use, and Stratfor is one of them. UA is one of them. And then, like I said, several other sites that are keyhole-based sites that are not necessarily open to civilians, but are ran by, ex-intel guys and ex-special forces guys who collect data and discuss information and early time access to information. But there's nothing right now that we're seeing. So we'll just hold tight. And if we have breaking news, we'll give it to you. Nice to see that we recuperated a little bit of our goal. Oof, that was brutal. Yeah. We will continue to stay on top of this. And once again, whether this is tonight or whether this is this weekend, a lot of this is posturing. And we know something is amiss because we're moving a carrier into the region. OAN 327, Iran issued a threat against Donald Trump's life, broadcasting a sign with a picture of President during 2024 Butler, Pennsylvania assassination attempt with the words, "This time it will not miss the target." This is pretty standard. This is pretty standard not just for IRGC and the mullahs. This is pretty standard for all terrorist groups as they make these jerk-off videos for the spring offensive. They make it during Ramadan, and this is pretty standard, so don't worry about it. They're doing what they're doing. Breaking news: a Minneapolis federal officer shooting. We're going to take a look at that. Let's keep going. We've got a show to do. We're going to keep moving ahead, and we appreciate you guys being with us. We have a lot of people with us, so thank you. Once again, we're sitting at 268.09 to goal, so we're just a little bit away from goal. We'll hopefully hit it. This is interesting. Olivia found a video about an ICE ride-along, and found a video from, 2016, 2015?
The Obama era. So it's before 2016.
Well, Obama was 2016.
2016, yeah.
So he has been pretty accurate in the short time I've listened to him. That's fine. Michelle, once again, it's not like I'm here saying, oh, nobody else can be accurate but me. What I'm saying is if he's releasing information right now that there are attacks or that there are boots on the ground, I know you haven't said he said that. I'm just trying to say if he has. Or that the United States is, like Tim Pool saying, the United States is interluding to war. Well, there's moving carriers into the Gulf is not a prelude to war. We've done it several times, including moving them into the Black Sea during the Ukraine conflict. We've done this. We've moved them tighter in the North Sea as well, in the North Atlantic, and we didn't strike Russia. So it happens. But we saw this in Venezuela. We saw these troop movements. We saw the buildup. And this really is knocking on the door. And the intelligence that I had is that the United States was looking to strike against Iranian targets tonight in possible retaliation for U.S. bases in Bahrain and other areas in the Middle East that Iran was targeting for strikes tonight. And if that would be the case, then the U.S. wouldn't wait around like Israel does because they have the Iron Dome. The U.S. would hit these early and attack these targets beforehand. Saudi Arabia is telling the U.S. to limit their strikes. Saudi Arabia can go fuck themselves. Nobody cares what they have to say. So the U.S. doesn't take political and foreign policy and geopolitical strategy from Sauds. So they don't care. My video is blocked.
From what?
I don't know. I'll fight it later. We've got a lot of people watching, so it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to find out is which clown is in here right now. Real quick, guys. Sorry, we're in the middle of a flex, trying to figure something out here. What does it say, Liv?
Another ICE involved shooting.
Okay, ICE involved shooting. Okay. All right. So, no, he's showing live video from the city from his dad. He goes in the streets in London, the UK, where he lives himself. Great. Cool. Guy sounds awesome. My point is that people told me that the United States was invading Iran. And so I looked, and it doesn't seem to be so at this time. Israel has also asked Trump to slow down. Great. Yeah. It's good. It's good. So we'll see what happens. All right. Let's go ahead and watch this video. This is Liv. Go ahead and pop off there. This is an ICE ride along just to show you where the media. So Greg Gutfeld said it best. I think what we should do is show the Gutfeld piece first, because Gutfeld calls out the media for not covering these type of things, that they covered it under Obama when Obama was like the deporter in chief, which he deported more than everybody. Him and Biden deported an ungodly amount of numbers of illegals. And then Trump came on, and then 16 to 20, there was just this ghosting of ICE, and then abolish ICE came up right before COVID. You heard a lot about this. And then during the 2020 election, they vilified ICE completely. And the abolish the police, abolish ICE wasn't popular, so they backed off of that after 2024. And now they're covering it again, but it's all the negative with Trump. It's amazing. They're selective. So here's Gutfeld's comments, and it was fantastic.
You know, when I hear these few stories about people being pulled from cars, I don't care. Because the people that are reporting on this have no credibility, because they never bothered to report a single case of the thousands of violent felons, criminals captured and deported by ICE. Maybe if you showed a little fair and balanced reporting on the stuff that was going on before, the murderers, the rapists, and also, to Jesse's point, the ones that are released, then we might, I don't know, respect your opinion, but we don't. Number two, there's no vast operation that can be perfect. And you wouldn't have needed a vast operation if you hadn't opened the border and let in 10 million people in the last 4 years. You want to know why the training is truncated? Figure it out. We needed more ICE agents because there were 10 million people in here. We needed to shorten the training. That's on you, okay? If it wasn't for your malfeasance on the border, we wouldn't even be in this situation. So this is on the Dems. It's not on ICE. You know, if only people had pointed or predicted that this would happen. Oh, yeah, it was Bill Melugin. It was the years that Fox did this coverage on the border that no one else did in the media, who are now covering ICE. They're now covering it wall to wall. They didn't do a damn thing before. By the way, you know, these demonstrations, why do they keep demonstrating? The story is over. We know the tape. We know what happened. They're demonstrating still so more people get hurt. They need another person to get hurt to maintain this. And we know this. It's obvious. The groups that train the agitators tell them to make themselves indistinguishable from real people when the shit goes down. So you get caught in a bad situation. Suddenly, I'm going to the doctor. I'm dropping off my kids. What does that do? That increases the risk to actual real people who might be caught at the wrong place at the wrong time. And no doubt that can happen in a vast operation. But cops don't know that. So who's confusing the police? Is it the police? Is it the legitimate people trying to get to work? No, it's the people deliberately trying to create the chaos. You're talking about, they want to abolish ICE. The reason why they're taking away this statement is because they know what's the next step. All right, you guys want to abolish ICE. What do you guys want to do? They haven't thought of that. They don't have an answer. So they realize that makes them look even dumber because, by the way, these are professional freelance agitators. They just got fresh off because they have a truce in Israel, at Gaza. This was the next thing. And Kellyanne made a great point. There's quite a difference that party and pigment makes. You know, under Obama, they treated ICE with respect. Look at how they're deporting these criminals. Now they call them the Gestapo, which is so strange because if they really actually believed they were the Gestapo, would they be running in front of them and challenging them to things? No, they wouldn't. So there's some dishonesty there. The great tragedy of the Democratic Party is there are many things that they cherished, which is science, mental health care, safe streets, civil order, border. They all cared for this. Women's rights. None of that stuff has changed, but they have. Why? Because they're not in power. They all hate this stuff.
It's a great point about the media. I remember asking Bill Delusion sometimes, like, are there any other reporters down there today?
Not at all. And now they care.
Nope, can't find us.
Now they care. It goes back to Whipgate. They didn't care about the border until they thought they had a border agent. Yep. And they just went crazy. And then
so this plays just like absolutely perfectly with what we were watching tonight. And Greg nails it. And we've said it 100 times. The only time they care about the border is when it benefits them. And if they're not getting votes, well, they wanted it shut down. In fact, every single Democrat, Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Chuck Schumer, all of them, they were absolutely pro-border. I've shown you this. I've shown you these videos of Hillary Clinton. I've shown you Bill Clinton last night talking about the border. The only time that they didn't want border security is when they started voting for Democrats and the Latino population shifted. And trust me, if Latinos vote in 2026 or 2028 once again for Republicans, they're going to start wanting border enforcement and running on border enforcement. This is what happens. Once that Latino vote changes, then they change their disposition, and this is what will always take place. And if Republicans gain Latino votes, they will encourage legal immigration like they did under Ronald Reagan. This is the game. They want the votes. Here is a video of this ride-along. Folks, don't forget, we are now in overtime. We are officially past goal. I'm going to put up the clock, and we're just going to put 5 minutes on the clock because we don't have any other time than that, because we are almost done unless something else happens. So we're sitting at 268. We're looking at $32 to goal. Here is the ICE ride-along video that Olivia found, and then we'll talk a little bit about it.
Just before the sun rises in the Windy City, immigration and customs enforcement agents fan out across Chicago to arrest criminals in the U.S. illegally.
Tac 1, Tac 2, Tac 3.
CNN was granted exclusive access to witness some of those raids.
We got 3 targets this morning. You know, some of the neighborhoods a little sketchy, so we got to make sure it's not just the target we're looking after, but other people around us.
They want to come out extra early, like right now, because...
So all the way back from 2016, ICE ride-alongs, reporters supporting ICE. It's all kind of funny. What's that?
Ethan's Little League
thank you.
tryout.
That's cool. Just that's all I needed. Thank you, honey. So interesting that this is what they did back then in 2016, but this is also Nancy Pelosi. And here is this video.
Broken borders. That's an oxymoron, something we can't tolerate. Borders, by their nature, our definition as a nation and our protection as a country. Broken borders, they don't exist. We can't tolerate them. So let's say from the start that we all in this body, and I know I can speak very firmly. Thank you, Kim. We appreciate
it very much. Thank you for staying on. Thank you. We're trying. Sorry. It gets nervous sometimes when we see $50 or so, but we thank you guys. We love you.
For the Democrats, support strong border control, and it must be part, and the first part, of any comprehensive immigration reform. It is our obligation as elected officials to keep the American people safe, and our borders are our first line of defense, one of our early lines of defense to do that.
Has she always been a blubbering idiot or what?
Yes. Support also enforcing laws, current laws, against those who came here illegally and those who hire illegal immigrants. Yet the Bush administration has refused to do just this. Imagine that for all of this talk about illegal immigration to the United States and going after those workers who are working here illegally, and we should, but we also must have employer sanctions. Where are these people working? Why are we not enforcing the law against employers who hire illegal, undocumented people here?
She sounds like a fascist.
The Bush administration has prosecuted only 3 employer-sanctioned cases in the last fiscal year. Only 3 cases. When, yes, when are we going to take this issue seriously?
Well, when Donald Trump gets in office, obviously. Jason Roberts makes a good point. Notice how left doesn't mention ICE as the leading agency for disruption with sex and child trafficking. Isn't that funny? They don't talk about that. Liv, we found a video on Oprah that we found kind of interesting. And she made a statement about her mass. What was her comment?
That being obese does not cause overeating doesn't cause obesity. It's being obese that causes overeating.
Frederick says, Matt, can you make a compilation of all these Democrats in support of closed borders? Ben, I put that out there. I've already done that. And if you go and search Maze, M-A-Z-E, and go to his page on Twitter, it's at Maze, I believe, you'll find it. He does all my cuts. I take his, and I give him credit for it. And I always make sure his branding's on the page. Like he just did that cut of Nancy Pelosi. He does great stuff, but I would love to, but yeah. So here is Oprah Winfrey, and I put up some photographs in the top left corner to show you her weight distribution over the last few years. And if overeating didn't cause obesity, then how did she get thin? If it is a disease that she can't escape because it's part of her DNA, then how did you lose the weight to begin with? I can't wait to hear this.
All these years, I thought I was overeating. I was standing there with all the food noise, what I ate, what I should eat, how many calories was that, how long was it going to take. I thought that that was because of me and my fault. Yeah. Now I understand that if you carry the obesity gene, if that is what you have, that is what makes you overeat. You don't overeat and become obese. Right. Obesity causes you to overeat. Right. Obesity causes you to have all of that food.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
Complete and utter bullshit.
Yeah, making excuses. No.
Calorie deficit is the way to lose weight for everybody. Isn't it always amazing that the people who are obese and say, I am fat because it's a disease, yet you ask them what they eat, and it's always like 4,000 calories a day. Go ahead, babe.
Yes, I understand that there are exceptions to every rule. Yes, you could be genetically predisposed, to be on the larger side because it runs in your family. I know a family I grew up with that both parents were on the larger side. They have 4 children. 3 of them all were born large, all were chubby as kids.
What
all
do they
grew
eat?
Up. The 4th one, tiny, itty bitty, itty little thing, which is hilarious. But no, they would. I remember my brother was really good friends with them, and he'd go over for dinner, and even the little ones would have their own large pizza for dinner.
Yes, thyroid disease causes thyroid disease. That is an imbalance. That is a hormonal imbalance, and having but there is medication for that. Yeah. So if you neglect that and say, okay, I am not going to go ahead and take something to control my thyroid, then that is on you. And you're talking to somebody who had a thyroid imbalance and has a sister who has a thyroid imbalance, and it is treatable. And to sit here and listen, folks, you get fat when you eat too many calories that you don't burn. That is just the way it is. And running on the treadmill for 5 minutes can't keep up with you pounding 4,000 calories into your gullet every day.
Yeah, it's the exception. Yes, there's going to be some that are predisposed.
Very rare.
I can't say that word. Very rare. But Oprah, she has fluctuated with her weight so much over her career. She's been fat. She's been skinny. She's been fat.
Give me a break. Look at that in the 80s. Come on.
It's just, that is not, that is just a brain malfunction.
What she's saying is wrong.
Yes.
That overeating, that calories aren't the problem. It's that I'm obese. That's why I'm overweight. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard her say in the last 10 minutes. Because why don't you just blame the spoon? It's your fault. You overate and you got fat because you took in more calories than you burned. Yes, there are absolutely things that can happen that can impact your ability to lose weight, gain weight, and everything else. But there is a cause for that. But to say that there is an obesity gene, you guys, there's a reason why there are no fat people in the military until they get to their duty station. When you come out of basic, you are lean, you're mean, and fighting because you're eating less calories than you're burning, and you are eating good quality food. And I've seen it. I've seen the fattest guys show up on day one, and they either drop out because they refuse to do the work. That is a will problem. It's either skill or will, and they don't have the will to do it. But if you go through basic, if you go through the regiment, you're going to cut weight. So give me a break. How about you just stop making excuses and realize that you like food, you like to eat, and you don't like to do the work. But if you stick as a man to a 2,200 calorie, high protein, some fats, moderate to light carbs, and you do a 3-2-1 ratio, and you burn 500 to 800 calories a day in normal activity and exercise, 30 minutes a day, whether it be light running or weight exercise or calisthenics, you will lose weight. And women are the same way. Women take longer to lose weight, and that's just a natural thing. Women retain water more than men. So don't listen to the scale, listen to your waistband. Now, I've been wearing a size 34 in my pants, and that's 2 sizes bigger than high school. But there was a time I wore 44s and 46s. Olivia will tell you. I still wear a 34 to 36, depending. Dress pants, I like a 36. I like it a little baggier because of my shirt. But that's the way it is. And you have to work at that, and you have to control your diet. And I am nowhere where I was 5 years ago because I was all skin and bones with no muscle mass. But my body went through multiple changes, and coming on testosterone had a lot of changes happen to my body. And I could have sat there and been like, oh, well, I'm just going to keep eating and blah, 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 blah. And I've put on 5 pounds, and now I put on 50. Now I put on, that's not the way it works. Once you get it to where you want to be, you can put on 15, 20 pounds and not know where it's at. Olivia will tell you. You want to touch my arms? You can't pinch anything. You want to touch my chest? You want to touch my back? You want to touch my legs? You touch the midsection? You can grab some. But that's where it's at. That's the only place where it's at. Because I don't sit there and stuff my body full of shit and not take care of it by doing some sort of exercise. So, Oprah Winfrey's full of shit. When you worked out and you were 2.5 years, you just hit it every day, you saw results, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were incredible.
And then I just stopped because I got lazy, didn't want to do it anymore. I probably could use it now, but
yeah,
whatever. Hilton Birdwatcher is on Rumble says, well, when the zombie apocalypse happens, all the skinny bitches are going first. Chunky chicks like me will survive.
That's what I'm talking about. You got some stuff to burn. Folks, I'm putting this Iran thing to bed. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, don't know what else to say. It really does. Being a disabled vet sucks. I hate the weight. It hurts to lose it, but will lose it. Failing is not an option for me. Roger, it comes down to this. It's you have to negotiate with your body to have more dedication to working out than you do the luxury of eating and the pleasure endorphins you get from food. I don't know what to tell you. I'm 52 years old.
51.
I'm almost 52. I could lose 15 to 20 pounds and I would be fine. But I'm also in a place that my upper body and my shoulders and my back and my legs are in a good spot where the weight that I do carry in the midsection is not really noticeable. To me it is, and I hate it. But it is what it is. I don't really care. I've had the borderline 6-pack and got down to 203, and it was horrible. I was a toothpick. I'm not built that way. And I'm a big dude, and I've always been a big dude. Barry Morgenstein said it best Ryan Weaver said it best when I was standing next to Barry Morgenstein in the picture. He's like, holy shit, I had no idea Matt was so huge. I get it all the time. People are like, you're 5'8". I'm like, no, bro. No, I'm not. Like, you're like 165, 180 pounds. No, dude. I am the size of a hockey player. I look like I am Rob Blake size, if you know who Rob Blake is. On skates, I'm 6'6". Full hockey gear, I'm 245. I'm a big dude. I am not small. So that's it. Here is a video of Crowder. We're going to keep going until we hit goal. Are we even close?
Sorry, Joanne Townsend. My problem is the heat on my dryer is too high. It keeps shrinking my damn
Yeah,
pants.
that's right.
We are $31 shy.
Guys, we got 9 minutes. We got to go. So we're going to try to hit this. Let's go. Crowder covers our latest video, but I want to show you Cenk Uygur got into an argument with Goldie Gamari, and she just absolutely eviscerates him. Just treats him like the fat frickin'
douche plow
that he is. Here it is.
Gamari, you were pulling a number of faces there, none of which I would describe as particularly indicating an agreement with what Cenk was saying. So what would you like to say?
I mean, first of all, Cenk is not Iranian, so he has no idea what's going on in occupied Iran. Pretty sure Cenk doesn't speak Persian either, so he probably has no idea what the tens of millions.
It's not Farsi. Farsi is Arabic. Farsi is the English word, Farsi is the English word for what we have applied to the Arabic language through OE and Old English. It's actually Persian.
And Persian is the English word for Farsi, so don't correct me when I'm speaking and don't interrupt me. I let you speak your...
Back that, you know what I'm saying. John, I'm tired.
Your garbage jihadi Islamist propaganda.
You should know your native language.
You
though,
do not. You do not get
expert.
to talk over me. You do not get to talk over me or interrupt me when I'm speaking on behalf of 90 million Iranians who are out in the streets right now fighting for their lives.
You're not speaking on behalf of all Iranians.
You speak. Yes, I am. You speak about how the bombings
when
or whatever.
When did they elect you?
Why are you speaking over me? Why are you speaking over me? Are you threatened by what I'm about to say? Is that why you want to interrupt me?
Why does Cenk get to speak for Palestinians? Why does he go ahead and get to speak for Jews? So what a stupid argument. Did they elect you? If this woman is an expert on Iran, she has the right to speak about Iranians, and I guarantee she knows more than this fat POS.
I suggest you keep your mouth shut
because you're pretending
until
to
I'm done
represent
speaking.
people that never elected you.
Well, let
Go
her
ahead.
speak. Cenk, with all respect, she'll let you speak. Let her respond.
Yeah, I let you speak your garbage propaganda, so now it's my turn to speak the truth. So do not interrupt me again. So like I was saying, Pierce, Iranians right now are literally risking their lives out there, and they are saying this is the final battle. Pahlavi will return. Pahlavi is, of course, the current Shah of Iran in exile. And what people don't know is that back in 1979, that it's not actually a revolution. It was an Islamic coup d'etat. It was orchestrated by Jimmy Carter, or sorry, actually, no, it was orchestrated by the Islamists and the communists, and it was funded and supported by Jimmy Carter, the UK, and France. So what is happening right now? This is Iranians trying to rectify, and they are rectifying, 47-year mistake that was made. And what Iranians are saying is that we are going out and we are not going to stop fighting until we not only overthrow the Islamic dictatorship, but we return our king, because there is only one person that we Iranians trust to transition us from a dictatorship to a democracy, and that is His Royal Highness. And one final point, Iran was not an authoritarian dictatorship prior to 1979. We were a constitutional monarchy, just like England. That is what we are fighting for. So anyone who says that Iran was an authoritarian dictatorship, they know nothing about the country, because we used to be a constitutional monarchy.
Goldie Gamari, you were pulling
Who
a
is
number
she,
of
anyway?
faces there, none of which I would...
An Iranian guest on Piers Morgan. I don't know. I don't care.
She's pretty.
She's absolutely. Persian women are always gorgeous. She crushed him. And Cenk is looking really bad, dude.
He needs to go eat a salad.
He needs to stop. Just get off the hamburgers. Folks, unfortunately, that's all we can do tonight. We understand sometimes the nights get tight and, we don't hit goal, and it's fine. We understand. It's not always our night to hit goal. So we're going to jump off and we've got about 4 more minutes, but 27809 is where we ended up, right, Liv?
Yes.
And we're going to go ahead and jump off. We've got one more Well, we're almost done. So here, you guys remember the video last night that I showed you guys about the lady who, let me just show you. This is about the person who was firing the AR-15 up in the air and celebrating and then got shot by ICE, and they said it was a cold-blooded murder. Here it is.
The obvious one, gunfire out there in a public space, whether celebratory or for any other reason, is illegal. Don't know if you know that. Yeah. He was told to stop firing the gun in the air by said agent. And then Porter allegedly aimed said gun at the ICE officer in response. One person heard someone demand repeatedly that Porter, quote, put down the rifle. So this also begs the question, and I don't think that common sense can just be the basis for any argument, but I do think it is applicable contextually. If you are shooting a real gun into the air and you are asked to stop and you aim it at said person, whether knowingly or accidentally, how do you think that's going to go? Like, what do you think is the most likely situation to transpire? We can say the same thing about hitting an officer after taunting them and impeding them and obstructing traffic all day. It doesn't mean that it's the ideal outcome, but let me ask you genuinely, if you were shooting a gun, let's say you were shooting guns into the air. Let's actually scale it back. Let's say you were shooting guns with blanks into the air, celebrating, but they looked like real guns. And an officer didn't know. And he said, hey, stop doing that. And you didn't. You didn't even aim it at him, but you just looked at him and went, bang, 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 bang. What do you think would happen to you?
Nothing. Everything would be fine. You're using real bullets? Paul Rivera, thank you for your donation. This puts us at $2.99.19. So close. Yes.
I got 20 on it. Great show as always. Love you two. Together, the husband-wife banter is great. I'll wait for another night to hit on your wife.
Yeah, you do that, Paul. Like high school wasn't enough. So obviously, understand that that's Crowder's take on the whole thing, very similar to ours. You're breaking the law. You have a rifle. But remember, this was just a good man who was firing a weapon in the air. He was doing nothing wrong. He was celebrating, Feliz Navidad, Viva la Revolution. Mm-hmm. Of course. Candace is always retarded. We're close enough to goal. We're going to finish this. Candace is now... I don't, just listen. Good luck.
About today, however, I'll save it for tomorrow, but this Project Looking Glass in the CIA, I wonder what they saw. Looking into the future, stealing not Egyptian, but Sumerian technology, which is what they did. These are culture vultures. These Egyptsies is what they are. They wear whatever mask they need to. Do I have to pretend to be Catholic? Do I have to pretend to be Jewish? Do I have to pretend to be Muslim? No, they're thieves. They're glorified thieves is what these people are, and they've always been this since the beginning of history. And they stole some Sumerian technology that allowed them to predict outcomes, and that technology stopped working in 2012. We're going to get into that tomorrow. I find it to be fascinating. I wonder if they saw Charlie Kirk. Anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow. What I wanted to talk...
What?
Well, ancient Sumeria. That has technology to see into the future. She's fucking crazy.
I just got dumber for listening to that.
Yeah.
I think I lost at least 10 brain cells.
People are talking about...
I don't understand how she actually still has brain cells, because literally every time I watch her, I lose some. Dude, so how can she continue to have them when she speaks?
I don't even listen to her anymore. Like, I just get her clips and I just laugh. Yeah. You guys talking about the Crown Prince of Iran. And yeah, Reza Pahlavi. We talked about him last night. He's in exile. And the rightful heir to the throne, and the Shah, the king of Iran. And it's undetermined if he would return if there was a revolution. Let's just right now take care of the current regime and ensure that the IRGC does not take over that country. That's not what we want. There is a show on YouTube right now which explains the history of the Iranian royal family. Many of the Shah's people ended up in Texas after the takeover. Yeah, the current exiled... he's in Virginia, I found out, or Maryland, one of the two, which is an interesting thing. Welcome to Candace Owens. It's not getting any better, folks. Get any better.
Has been gaining more.
Here is final thoughts tonight on Will Kane, who wants to talk about Donald J. Trump's successes, and these are good. Let's go ahead and watch this. Bobby pushes us over the limit. Wait, did somebody just give more? Why are we at 358? Is that from last night? What's going on?
That might be from last night.
Oh, this thing's broken.
Last night.
I'm sorry. This thing's broken. I'm broken.
I'm not.
Yeah. Haha. I understand. They don't. Okay, here we go. Here's Will Kane, folks. Listen to this. Going over the successes of Donald Trump so far in the first year of his presidency. It's pretty good stuff. Listen.
The U.S. has been
Thank you,
gaining
Bobby.
more
We love you.
immigrants than it lost. This chart shows net migration over time under several different administrations. No matter who was the president, the United States had a net positive migration of immigrants. And you can see the spike during the years of the Biden presidency. Now that is changing under President Trump. New estimates show the United States lost more immigrants than it gained in 2025. And that is the first time it's happened in about a half a century, in part because of self-deportations. DHS says nearly 2 million people have self-deported since January of last year. So with this drastic drop, what are the benefits? Are there benefits to Americans? Yes. Let's start with security. DHS says 70% of ICE arrests have criminal histories in the United States. So that means our streets are safer. Here's a specific example, one you heard about in the news for quite some time, and now again, it's quiet. Fentanyl. Why? Drug overdose deaths from synthetic opioids, which we know come from China and Mexico, have dropped from almost 80,000 to below 50,000 in the past year and a half.
JD, we're glad you're okay. Holy moly.
Economic benefits to the changes in migration. Workers are getting a boost. Last year, there were job gains of 2 million for native-born American workers. For foreign workers, the number is 383,000. So what are the other benefits that Americans can expect going forward when it comes to this drop? The U.S. has been gaining more immigrants than it lost. This chart.
So just one of the successes that we won't hear about
on any other media. And that's just the way it works. So congratulations for Fox for at least trying to continue with telling the truth. I enjoy Will Kane. I like him. Thank you, Bobby.
Bobby donated $2.56, puts us over the top. We're going to call it good, folks. We're going to get out. It was a long night last night. I actually slept in for the first time in years.
I was going to say, you didn't even move when I was
I slept until 10 o'clock this morning. I haven't done that in how many years?
That means Ash was outside for quite a while because E let her out and she refused.
Did not lock the door.
Oh. She refused to come in.
Yeah, she was up. She was all happy as a pig in shit when I woke up, and she was ready to eat, and I fed her, but I was so tired. So we'll see you guys Thursday. It's been a long week. I just took a look. Iran is still where it's at. You guys, you'll know when this thing kicks off. It'll be a fireworks stand. Mm-hmm. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Leroy and I will be on. We will do that.
It's Friday. 27 years together.
Yep, 27 years together. Wow, incredible. Was that the night that we diddled?
Yeah.
Yep. So,
that's technically the night we got together too. That's when because you asked me to move in.
It was the greatest night of her life.
Yeah, you asked me to move in with you 2 days later, so I would hope we were together.
I didn't ask her that. So, that's true. I did. So we'll see you guys on Thursday. Thanks for watching the show. Please share, like, subscribe. Go buy some coffee, folks. We've got our coffee over at the Donut for Emmy show, and we've sold quite a few bags, and we want to keep doing that. So please go over and get yourself some coffee, get yourself some shirts, some hats, whatever. Remember, Jacket Friday is this Friday. We're doing it again, and all the jackets for the winning teams will be released here in the next few days. Thanks for watching the Donut for Emmy show. Please share and tell your friends about us. And JD, we're glad you're safe. Everyone have a great night. God bless. Take care of yourselves. Good night.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.